What's up, guys? This is Tristan. Today we're going over how to make an offer so good that they cannot say no. I've got a 4-step process towards this. So sit back, relax. This is going to be a podcast scenario. Get a cup of coffee, enjoy it with the girl, whatever you want to do. But let's get right into it. So the first step is that you need to go in person. So if you get an inquiry, go in person. People are a lot more relatable to other individuals when you go in person. And the second step towards this is you need to build value. So this is going to be something that you probably may never have heard of, but this could be definitely an interesting way to build value. Is you need to do your due diligence on the customer. So look them up on Facebook, look them up on Twitter, look them up on their socials, and see what they're interested in. Because it's going to be very evident by what they put on their Facebook, what they're interested in. So let me just give you an example. This woman was very interested in Ohio State football. I looked it up. It was very evident, like posting Marvin Harrison, posting Stroud, posting all of these guys from Ohio State. So what did I do? And I brought them something physical that could replicate what they're interested in. So I brought a folder, but then I put an article over Marvin Harrison and the Heisman race. If you don't know who Marvin Harrison is, it's basically he's their star receiver for Ohio State. He's going to be a Heisman finalist, all this stuff. But I put that in the folder. So now they're getting a in-person estimate, and they're finding this thing in their folder regarding Ohio State that I had already done my due diligence on them via Facebook. They had an Ohio State flag outside. They had all of this stuff. So I just printed out a picture, printed out this article, and we were talking about that. They expressed so much gratitude. They're like, how'd you know? And I was like, it's pretty evident that you were an Ohio State flag. I did my due diligence on you, everything like that. And they respected that so much. Okay, so if you can go to their Facebook and you can search them up about their interests, please bring something physical to the table where they can absolutely relate to that individual or that specific interest, okay? So you're building value, you're talking about them, you're talking about Ohio State, you're talking about their interest in the estimate. And when you can do this, you can now become more relatable to the individual, which they're going to be more likely to buy off of you, because the more relatable you are to them, the more likely they are to go with you regardless of the price. So that is super important, guys. So pivoting into my third point is that you can now build rapport with them. Okay, so we've been able to do this, basically the exact same service, and put before afters, put what they can expect from you. Because if you can basically express your knowledge in the fact where you're building this rapport, you're building an example, you're building a relationship with them, that you're going in person. Now, regardless of the price, right? Because price is just a numeric value, but now you're selling off of this emotion, you're selling off of this, basically this relationship, this relatableness, if that's a word. And now you have the rapport to back up what they can expect. Okay, so these three things are super important to jot down, to do, to now provide the offer that they cannot say no to. So this is what I like to do. I like to go out there and I'll say, hey, I'm just going to do a little bit of kindergarten math. Just don't mind me. I go back to my truck. I print out via a mobile printer. You can buy one for like $100 on Amazon. I put it in a folder. Now I'm putting that Marvin Harrison article in the folder, and I'm now giving them the estimate on spot. I'll sit them down. I'll go from the top to the bottom via gold, silver, bronze package, and I'll start at the very top. So now this is where you get them. So you got to provide an offer so good that they cannot say no to. So I just like to offer a little bit of an incentive if they can approve of the estimate right there. So just to go back, you're building the rapport, you're building value, you're bringing something physical that is in correlation of their interests. And now you're providing the estimate on the spot with an incentive if they can approve right then and there. This is only going to be available if you could just approve it right here. I just need your signature that we can get you on the schedule for this week. You are now providing substantial amounts of value within this interaction. And this is a way where you're providing an offer so good that they cannot say no to. And people would 80%, 90% of the time will accept this if you could just righteously and justifiably do this correctly. Because if you're just talking about the service, if you're just talking about the price, if you're just talking about this, you're not doing the correct steps. You have to build the relationship first. You need to be extremely relatable. You need to correlate to their interests, build rapport, and then provide the price point. And you could do this through a physical aspect with a folder and then an article or of something, right? You could get very creative. If, say, you have a mutual interest in it, say it's like just Rubik's Cubes. Like, oh my gosh, I can solve a Rubik's Cube. Give them a Rubik's Cube. Give them something physical that they can appreciate. And it's just the very minute details to this, but now they're going to be able to accept that offer that they cannot say no to. Guys, just to kind of regurgitate that back to you. 1 is go in person. 2, build the value, bring something physical, do your due diligence on the customer and find their interests, and then put that in a folder or give them of something of some sort. And then 3, you need to build rapport with before, afters, credibility, reviews, somehow that you can build rapport. It's not rocket science. And then you give the estimate on the spot and provide them an offer so good that they cannot say no to. And it has to be right then and there. It has to happen now. Guys, I wanted to come on here because I am very passionate about this. I believe that the more you give, the more you're able to take. And it is very reciprocated and duplicated in this exact process, because if you do your due diligence and you give more to the customer than they can actually take, then you're going to win. That's it. So guys, I go over in a video, it's super popular lately, is if you have any type of doubt starting a business, I would highly suggest taking a look at this video, and it just goes over kind of my journey into how I was able to become confident in providing these price points and providing anything like that. But guys, I would really highly suggest it. It's going to be attached in the smack dab middle of your screen. Guys, I love you. I will see you in the next episode.